Science explains how things work. God is an explanation of why things exist. So it's a category mistake, which atheists have been doing for a very long time, and the whole God delusion book is about that category mistake. And even other evolutionary thinkers like Michael Roos, he says, I find this embarrassing, and he's an atheist. He says, I find the God delusion embarrassing. To say that all of theism is based upon the fallacy of God of the gaps, that line of thinking does not make sense. So I want you to give a justification for your worldview based upon your worldview.
I don't know what else you want me to say. You keep asking the same question, I keep giving you the same answer.
Well, you haven't given me an answer though.
You're rejecting my God of your words, not mine, God of the gaps. I think people were ignorant.
No, wait. We moved on beyond that. You made another claim which I challenged. Your claim was, as science is progressing, religion should regress.
Correct.
Right?
Your claim is
and,
it's not.
Well, not me. According to Pew, by the year 2070,
why is that happening?
Islam... Okay, go on.
Why is that happening? You tell me. Your explanation is what?
Well, I'm happy to move on to why that's happening, but I want you to concede that you don't have an answer, and the claim that you made is actually false, which is, as science is progressing, religion is regressing. I'm happy to move on, but as long as you admit you're wrong.
Okay, so and your reason for suggesting that science is progressing and religion is regressing, your reason is because more people believe. More people are becoming theistic. Is that your reason?
Okay, what you've actually said there is a truism, right? Roses are roses. Of course there's an increase because people are believing. If they weren't believing, it wouldn't be an increase.
Correct, and the reason you say that is happening is because...
I never said a reason. I just challenged your fallacious thinking that increase in the scientific worldview will actually decrease the belief in God, but it doesn't.
I'm saying that I'm talking about the knowledge, not necessarily that people will believe or not believe. So I'm talking about scientific knowledge, yes? That doesn't necessarily translate that everybody in the
Okay, so what's your claim about scientific knowledge? That it gets people to disbelieve it?
And it's growing. Would you agree with that, or would you say no?
No one disagrees with that's improving. But your claim was, it's growing and religion is going down.
Apparently science is going to make us stop believing. So you're basically claiming that the more we discover about science, the less we're going to believe in God.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, but that hasn't happened.
Yeah, that's the point.
And the other thing is, the scientific method came together. It was actually made by a Muslim, Hassan ibn Haytham, approximately 1,000 years ago. He was a Quranic scholar, and he was the first scientist, according to even secular historians like David C. Lindbergh. Right? So, no, that goes totally against your claim, because if what you're saying is correct, then an atheist should have come up with the scientific method, not the Muslim.
And what was...
And atheists haven't done much, frankly.
Trying to separate science.
You haven't sent us to the moon, haven't done every technological advancement on the
Okay, wait. Let me tell you, right? That's actually totally false because of two reasons, right? Number one, we went to the moon based upon Newtonian mechanics. Guess what? Isaac Newton was not an atheist. He was a devout Christian, and the greatest thing that he believed he achieved in his life was to die a virgin, right? He was not an atheist.
Are you kidding me?
Two. Well, secondly, the scientific method, its product is space exploration. So if we went to the moon, that's based upon science, and the first scientist was a Muslim. So atheists did not lead us to actually go to the moon.
Okay, so you've made an awful fallacy. You've said because Newton was a Christian, therefore Christianity is true, or Christianity is the basis, or something about Christianity and science.
Okay, anyone watching, did I say that?
Didn't say that.
Did I say that? No?
Okay,
did I say that?
Everybody else? Anybody else put up their hand? Do you want to speak to me, or do you want to have an audience participation?
We've got some independence. Let's see what...
I'm just really
baffled. You
baffled.
told me that because Newton discovered the laws, what?
He wasn't an atheist.
No.
So what?
Your claim was we went to the moon. We went to the moon.
Completely irrelevant.
Okay, wait. What I want you to do is this. Take a step back, think about it. What have atheists actually done? They keep talking about science, 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 you know, woo, 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 we're all about science. But what have you guys actually done? That's what I want to know.
All the technological advancements.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Okay, so tell me this, okay? If atheists are the people who we should be looking up to, and they are supposed to be holding up science as a banner, why didn't they come up with it? Why were the founding fathers of the fields of physics, chemistry, biology, psychology, sociology, anthropology theists?
Because that was...
Why? No, wait, let me finish. Then I'll ask you a question. Now, in the 20th century, when we've made so much progress, you guys have decided to come out of your caves and say, well, this is all due to us. And I'm kind of like, that's rich. That's really rich. Where were you for the last 1,000 years?
We were all theists, or we were all hiding from theists, weren't we?
Well, okay, we agree you were guys were in the caves,
Newton's-
right? But while you were in the cave, why couldn't you come up with a scientific method?
Yeah, stop shouting. Stop shouting.
No, because no.
Because this is an audience play for you. Just stop shouting.
Wait. All I'm here to do. No, shall I tell you why I'm speaking to you like this?
Keep speaking,
Because
keep speaking.
you come to Speaker's Corner, and I've seen this a lot. I've even seen your videos.
Good.
You come and you try and confuse people with your nonsense. So I decided today I'm going to walk up to you. I'm going to walk up to you, and I'm going to get you to speak about your worldview on your own platform, and let's see if you actually know what you're talking about. So if you want me to speak a bit more calmly, I'm going to speak like a Quaker from now on. Good day, sir. Go ahead.
Okay, take it easy. Your claim was that where were all the atheists prior? And now we've come out of our caves, to use your word, and we're claiming credit for all the scientific discoveries. But
You are.
your claim is that no, theists did all of this, and we should therefore be subservient, or theism is in some way justified to be linked with science.
No, I never said that.
What is your claim about theism then?
You made the claim, sir, that science is somehow linked to atheism, right? You linked the increase in scientific knowledge to a decrease in belief in God. All I did was challenge that.
Okay, now-
I'm going to be a Quaker, so if you interrupt me, I'll stop.
Okay, so that's not what I said. I said science is pushing back. In other words, the knowledge, where science is increasing, is pushing back the religious. In other words, some of the religious claims. I'm not saying that people in the world don't believe in God. Can we get that distinction?
Okay, so let's clarify. What's your claim? Your claim is science is getting rid of the intellectual foundations of religion?
So science is giving us a better understanding of the natural world, whereas in the past we would have looked towards a god or gods as an explanation. Now science is explaining things, and we need to less and less look towards the god. That does not mean that people are not going to believe in a god. That's the
but
distinction.
That is predicated on the assumption that people believe in God because of God of the gaps,
Yes, sure.
right? Where on earth did you get that from?
Everybody that I speak to here, everybody that I speak to, whenever they bring up something about science,
So you're
they want to
judging-
include, they want to put God in wherever they can.
Remember,
so
I'm not-
be it consciousness,
Okay.
rationality. How did evolution get started? The Big Bang, science, cosmology, anything where we don't yet have an answer. Now we can insert God. Where we have an answer, nobody here is going to claim that God is creating lightning. Why? Because we now have an understanding.
Okay, so your belief that people believe in God because of God of the gaps is based upon your conversations that you have here in Speaker's Corner with people.
It's well, when we look back in history, isn't it? We can look back in history as
Okay.
well,
Okay.
and we can go, hey, people were mightily ignorant about virtually everything in the natural world.
When?
All the time in history.
No, that's not true.
So we didn't know about
that's
the germ
not
disease. We didn't know that the Earth
Okay,
orbited the Sun.
okay,
we didn't know there was more than one galaxy.
Okay,
We
one
go
sec,
on with
one
a
sec.
zillion things,
One
evolution,
sec,
whatever it is.
one sec. Now, there's one fallacy which we need to move away from and move on to another fallacy, which is about the ancients. Did you know the Greeks calculated the circumference of the Earth?
Not the Greeks, one guy, Eratosthenes. Yes?
Was he a Greek?
I don't know what he was. but
Okay,
you
who
make it
cares
sound-
if he's Greek?
Well, there you go.
He's Fujian, all right?
There's one guy
But
who
he
calculated.
existed 2,000 years ago. Okay, did you...
280 BC, yeah.
Okay, you're saying they didn't know that the Earth orbited the Sun? You're telling me no Greek knew that?
I don't know if the Greeks knew it, but most people didn't. You guys didn't.
Okay, wait, one sec. How do you think they built the pyramids? Using mathematics and engineering, correct?
We don't know, do we? It's still a mystery.
Okay. 1,000 years ago, and that's quite a long time ago, we had Hassan ibn Haytham, who came up with the scientific method. Now, when he came up with the scientific method, if his belief was, I don't want to explore nature because that will make me decrease my belief in God because I believe in God of the gaps, then he wouldn't have come up with the scientific method, and nor would the other Muslims who actually did science at the time, and then the baton was passed on to medieval Europe. Now what I want to do is this, I want to make a claim, and I want you to challenge my claim if you think I'm wrong. I believe the vast majority of atheists who believe in Darwinian evolution, or they claim, you know, we believe in science, we believe in this, they believe in it not because they understand it, not because it makes sense, but purely because they've been socialized into it. And I'm going to make a secondary claim which is going to be very particular, which is I do not believe you understand anything about Darwinian evolution and you only believe in it because of socialization.